Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to our channel today. I appreciate y'all being here. And if you're new to the channel, if you're finding us for that very first time, welcome as well. It's great to have you. And as always, a quick reminder to all, my focus here in the channel, my mission here in the channel is I want to be able to reach as many people as I can across all regions, with as much information as I can. And the best way I can do that is when you choose to subscribe to the channel, when you choose to hit like on the videos, when you like what we have, when you choose to comment, when you choose to share the information. So if you've not yet done so, take a moment, please subscribe, hit that like button, comment, let us know what you think, and be sure to share that information with friends, associates, and colleagues. And then additional ways, that you can choose to support the channel, you can check out the links below. And then for additional ways where I can help take your business to that next level, also check out those links below. And I would point you to a free 45-minute strategy call. If you want to talk for 45 minutes, click that link below. Happy to get you on the schedule and happy to chat about how you can maybe take some steps to improve your business. And so with that said, let's get into our topic here today. And there's a better way to manage your gym sales team. There's a better way to manage your gym sales team. So if you currently oversee a sales team, if you aspire to do that, maybe you're struggling at it, maybe you're doing well, but take a look at some different thoughts here on a better way to manage a gym sales team. See if you can take some information from this, apply it to your situation, and start growing your business. And so number one on my list, be results oriented. Be results oriented. The first thing I would say on this, okay, think about this. Sales. We're talking managing a sales team. Sales is the oxygen to your business. If you're not bringing in sales, you're cutting off that oxygen supply. So be results oriented and kind of pull out all the stops. I mean, we can have third-party touch, and there's all kinds of things we can do that are, very positive ways, to help influence that sale. But be results oriented. I mean, all the hard work in the world is not going to matter unless we get that result. And sometimes we just have to, up the effort a little bit, okay? Even if the closing percentage is low, we'll just talk to more people. But be results oriented. And in most gyms, certainly if you're running a sales team, what's the result everybody wants? Let's get more folks just to get signed up. Number two, and this is something I talk about a lot. I talk about this on probably every call I get on, every meeting I get into, and we pose the question, what's working well and what's not? And we challenge everybody every day to be able to answer that, even with daily productivity sheets that individual sales staff will complete. For the day, what worked well and what didn't. And here's a couple reasons why I like to do that. If something worked well, let's make sure we continue it. I mean, I talk to a lot of clubs I get involved with that are struggling. They want some help getting back on track, and we find out that a few months back, or a little bit longer even, hey, here's all the things they were doing at that time. They really had a lot of success, but they're not sure why they got away from it. And so we want to keep this success at top of mind. What worked well, let's make sure we keep doing it. And then what's not working so well, where we're struggling, let's don't make sure that's a prolonged thing. Let's make sure we're addressing that and getting it fixed. If we're addressing it and it's not getting fixed, we're not addressing it in the right manner. Okay? So what's working well, what's not? Know exactly where you're at. Duplicate what's working well. If it's not, let's get it fixed. Number three, manage expectations. Manage expectations. And there's a balance here a little bit. You want to have high expectations, but what you don't want it to be is a distant goal held over someone's head. Okay, that's not what you're trying to do. You want to try to manage the expectation. Now, one of the things I would say on this in terms of managing expectation, managing the objectives, what are we trying to do? And so let's just say, for example, that you set a sales goal for your business for 100 sales this month. Well, every day, how many sales did we get? What's our month to date? What's our projection? What's our goal? Every day we're looking at those numbers. and we're going to manage based on that expectation. We're going to manage based on that objective. So if we're halfway through the month, hopefully it wouldn't be that far to have the number I'm going to give, but say the goal's 100, halfway through the month, we're at 75. Start managing based on that expectation. Start managing based on that objective. If you keep doing what you're already doing, you're going to keep getting what you're already getting, right? And so we need to make some changes here. What are we going to have to do the next few days to get that 75 up to the point we're projecting 100? Manage based on these expectations. Number 4, hire coachable reps. Hire folks that are coachable. Hire folks that are coachable. Come up with questions in the interview. Okay, ask for examples of situations where they thought they knew how to do something and they figured out they didn't, and how they fixed it. Ask them questions relative to this, because I know when I'm looking to hire somebody, I want someone who's got that winning attitude. I want someone who's got that strong work ethic. And I want someone who's coachable. And sometimes on the coachable, I want someone who's really willing to step outside their comfort zone. And many times that's what we're talking about. Okay, we have to step outside our comfort zone, because unless we're willing to do that, you'll never have gains. You'll never advance. I mean, pick somebody in your gym. Maybe when they were young, the most they could do was 100 pounds on a bench. But they kept pushing outside their comfort zone. They go to 110, 120, whatever. Now they're at 300, they're at 350, because they kept pushing outside their comfort zone. Okay, they're coachable. Okay, you want to surround yourself with folks that are coachable. I know a lot of times in the interview process, I'll have people will say, well, that's great, Jim. They'll hold their hand up, but that's not how I do it. Here's how I like to do it. Okay, and it's not that we can't learn something from those folks. We want to be coachable too, but we want folks that are going to follow our path and our success system. Okay, number 5, set high but realistic goals. Set high but realistic goals. And you can involve the team in these kind of things. A lot of times, if you can just get kind of belief going on, you have these intangible goals. How can I get belief that we can actually do this? But set high but realistic goals. And kind of going back to managing expectations, one of the things that I'll tell a lot of folks when we get involved in that turnaround or trying to take that business that next level, the first message is get your expectations up. Start thinking bigger. Because one of the things we talk about, setting high but realistic goals, really there's 2 things that have to happen. Okay, we have to change our think. Because what happens in so many cases, sometimes it even happens when we're having success, but what happens in so many cases, we get a small think. We get a small think. What if you change your think? Whatever your goals are, for you as an individual, for your company, for whatever it is, what if you doubled them? What if you tripled them? What if you quadrupled them? Keep going with it. Okay, just what if you did that? Okay, pick the number. It's your choice, however you want to do it. But then number 2, you want to raise your action level to match that new think. So we want to set high but realistic goals. Well, okay, whatever that goal is, but let's look at that action level. We need to put together an action level. What would it take to meet that goal? We need this many corporate sales. We need to have this many former members. We need to get our retention at this level. Whatever it would be. Okay, but you want your action level to match, what that new think is, what those new goals are. Number 6, incentivize your team. Incentivize your team. Now, I think that if you have a sales team, there should be some kind of a commission schedule in there. Okay, everybody's a little bit different on how that might set up, but you want to have some kind of incentive in there. I'm also a great fan of having a monthly contest. Something that's always taken us to a whole new level. Something that's helping us re-engage with our customer. And one of the things I recall getting involved in a club a few years back that had marvelous potentials, big facility, and didn't really do many sales at all. I think the most they'd ever done was 75 in a month, and I think their budget called for a minimum of 150. So they were hemorrhaging a bit, and we got involved in them, and you could see a lot of things that they were doing. But what had happened is, we'd kind of we'd really gotten stagnant. We'd call them once, we wouldn't call them again. We didn't know what to say. There was a lot of things in there. And I came up with something, I called it a 3-5 day. Now, I'm not saying you guys would need to do this necessarily, but it worked in this case. We had a lot of leads, nobody was buying. We had a lot of sales reps, nobody was selling, nobody was making money. You had some unhappiness in there. And I thought, boy, just to show improvement here, if we just did 3 sales a day, that's 90 sales in a month. Best they've ever done, 75. That's great progress. And so what I told them, and we did this kind of every day for a while, get 3 sales in one day. Now, they were charging $100 a month for membership is about what they were, so keep that in perspective there. But get 3 sales in a day. We'll give you a $50 cash bonus, and you can take the rest of the day off. Because if I just had one person do 3 sales and every day somebody did that, we're going to do 90. We're in business. Okay, we're in business all of a sudden. And fortunately enough, we had folks that they do 5 sales in a day. If they did 5, we'd turn that 50 into 100. Kind of gave them an incentive to stick around. But now all of a sudden we're getting 3, 4, 5 sales a day, 6 sales a day, because one person gets 3, maybe somebody else gets 5, another one gets 1 or 2. We actually finished that month. I think our final number that month, that first month, was 212. So one of the things that we want to learn to do as that leader is how do we influence behavior, and having things that are incentivized, for your team is a great way to influence behavior for the member, influence behavior for your staff. And I remember another situation, we went out and bought at wholesale a bunch of mountain bikes. And we put them on part of a membership, and the membership, the joining fee more than covered the cost at wholesale cost. The retail was more than double that, and we were selling our top membership. And we're just sitting and watch people. They got the big box, and they're like 2-wheeling that thing out, and everyone's picking up their mountain bike. Record sales months. So have incentives. We want to help re-engage. We want to help make it easier for the staff to make that call back. Number 7. And maybe this could be number 1, make learning a priority. Make learning a priority. I know a lot of folks will use this channel for that. They'll use this channel for their training class, for their training session. A lot of individuals, use this channel. But make sure every week you're having a 1-hour sales training class, and then every day you're doing something to move this forward. Mary, let's role play a telephone inquiry. Let's role play the super objective and getting that on the tour. Let's role play, the second sale. Let's role play. But make learning an absolute priority, because the truth is we're either getting better or we're getting worse. Really, the only way you're going to get better is make sure that we're learning. And then number 8 on my list of, there's a better way to manage your gym sales team. There's no one size fits all. How we manage folks, there's no one size fits all. And kind of where I would go to that is each person, really you should know, okay, if you're the boss, what makes them tick? Why are they here? Why is this important to them? Just like we talk to our customer when they come in. Mary wants to lose weight. She wants to firm up. She wants to get back into shape. Mary, great, we can help you do that. Mary, tell me, why is that important to you? She'll tell you. Well, that's what she wants. That's what you want to be selling her. It's the same thing for your staff. Understand your staff. Why are they here? Why is this important to them? Maybe a spouse lost a job. Maybe they're trying to supplement income. Maybe they're trying to save for a vacation. Who knows what it is? Okay, they're trying to pay back student loans. Understand what it is so you know how to really manage them. Now, the other thing I would comment on kind of the no one size fits all, one thing in there that where it kind of does fit all is what our process is. Here's how we handle the phones. Here's our sales process. Here's our referral process. Whatever that process is, whether you've been working for us for 5 minutes or you've been working with us for 5 years, the process is the same. Okay, where there is that one size does not fit all is how we manage these folks in terms of what's their reason for being there. Why is this important to them? So take a look at this. It's 8 tips on a better way to manage your sales team. See if you can't take some of this and see if you can help take your group to a whole new level. And so, folks, my name is Jim Thomas. My company is Fitness Management and Consulting. Appreciate you being here at the Excuse me. I appreciate you being here at the channel today. And if you've not yet done so, please hit that subscribe button. If you found the information beneficial, please hit that like button. Help us reach as many people as we can. Comment below. Share the information. And then for additional information about me and my company and how I can help take your business to that next level, check out those links below. And we'll look forward to seeing you all in that next video.